I'd like to introduce y'all to Kuja and Taylor. What up? Going to be the two people helping me get this project done here, so time to get the main pulley off. I needed him because I gotta have somebody chalk the flywheel so it doesn't spin around. I've been fucking with this for like 2 days trying to do it with my goddamn self and it's not working. So now that I got some help, hopefully we can get it apart. I'll get the, like I said, get the stand set up and get things rolling. We got another Civic rolled up here. This one was $400 more expensive than mine, but it's, you know, I think it's more badass. I've got a D16, he's got a D16, he's got a strut bar. I gotta say, for $900, this was worth it. It's like a great car to learn manual, and my buddy here has been driving manual for a while, but finally has something of his own, be a little shifty boy in. You know, it's got some rust, but at the end of the day, what's it for? Yeah. Getting around, learning how to drive manual.
Gas mileage has been nice. I threw 20 bucks in it when I first bought it.
Oh, I bet. These things
have over half a tank of gas.
Oh yeah, these things are the best. You get like 40 miles to the gallon in a car from like the early 90s, and then you shit on everybody. Because you pull up to a gas station and then it's like, all right, sweet, I spent 20 bucks and I have a full tank of gas and you can go like 250 miles. Does it leak oil at all?
A little bit from the timing chain cover over here, or whatever it is over here.
Uh-oh. Well, it's either a valve cover like a main seal or something. Yeah. I literally just did that on this motor. Mm-hmm. The biggest pain in the ass is just getting it out of the car, to be honest. These things are so easy to work on once they're out. Mm-hmm. It's a great thing about Honda motors. Everyone will tell you all day, oh, they're the easiest things to work on. Yes, but try to get one out of a car. It's a pain in the ass. Most people just like lift the whole car up and drop the whole trans and motor out at the same time, but seeing as that I'm on a garage with jack stands, it's not really an option. Main pulley is off. There's kind of alternative means to get it off. Thank God for pipes. Hoping I didn't mess this up very much, but we'll see. I doubt it. I mean, it's steel, so we should be all right. Didn't bend any water outlets. Didn't break any sensors this time. So as long as the clutch held up, everything's still aligned, nothing got fucked up, should drop right in. Right now I'm about to push the motor over the car. We're gonna check to see what kind of clearance we have, if I gotta take anything else off of the motor. It should be good from what I've read, just that pulley gets in the way, like I said, and hits on the frame rails. So I'm gonna move all this crap out of the way, hold the motor over it, and then see how close we are to being able to actually bolt her on. I'm tied to a leash. Motor's done. In. Can we make fun of your truck real quick?
You can try. There's not a whole lot you can make fun of.
Not make fun of your truck. I want to talk about your truck. Here we have a Ford Ranger. I kind of just want you to bet, like use the subs. I'm not a music person, so oh, I dropped something. Fuck it. So I know he's got some plans for this thing here pretty soon, but for what it is right now, stock motor for now. You know, just something to have fun with. It's actually really fun to ride in. As much as I love to give him shit because I'm not like a huge mini truck person, it's so much fun to ride in. These things are great. Thought to make some noise. You should do a burnout. You should do a burnout. That's that shit I was talking about. All right, updates. The motor's in the car. We're gonna do the wiring. There's a lot of the harness that runs underneath the manifold along with the little brace that I gotta put on, so we'll raise the car up and go from underneath. I gotta get the main pulley put back on, all the accessory drive shit, so we gotta get the power steering put back on, the alternator bracket put back on, and then the alternator mounts to that. After that, just a little bit of fuel line, put the air intake back on, put the cooling system back in. I got a brand new radiator for it, so all that will be going in a little bit. We're just waiting for one other person to arrive who's better at wiring than me. Otherwise I might end up having to do it, or I'll just, you know, get him to do it. Him. That's David, by the way. I don't think we introduced him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my brother Max. So we set up stuff like this all the time and try to hit some gaps. We challenge each other. Also, I'm putting out a challenge right now if anyone wants to come skate with us. We Twin Shitties Longboard or Die longboarding posse. I don't know if that was the actual name of it. It was like some stupid group we started on Facebook like 5 years ago, and we used to skate up and down University and get JJ's fish and chicken. To the office.
He's over.
Woo! That's the expert right there. That's who I want to see on this bike. Put him inside. Y'all don't want to see the master at work here. Not his bike, disclaimer.
Top dude.
Love it. Can you trick this box? Oi! Pass. Walk back over here. To put into perspective. Oh.
Hi there.
But we're gonna get acclimated with the intruders that we have roaming around the lot real quick, and we will be right back. Broken shit. Gotta replace this one. I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. That guy broke off. It's right underneath the distributor. I'm sure it won't be too hard to figure out. Gotta get the starter in, gotta get some stuff wired. There's a brace under the manifold that I gotta get bolted in, some vacuum lines put back together, power steering back on, alternator back on. It's gonna be a huge pain in the ass. We'll see where it goes.
Red light, I'm assuming is filming.
Yep.
Do you have Wi-Fi, Kyle?
You're the jack ready.
Yeah, like the most ghetto
I'm
jack
trained.
in the world. In order to put it up and down, you need a 13mm socket. It's a real pain in the ass.
This is the infamous Marcy. I work with the Odysseyology.
Yes. Thanks to these two wonderful people, we get to do what we do here. Have fun with getting you guys content. It's been a very long road so far. A lot of hard work. You might want to edit this one out. I hope that. Oh, perfect. This is the only jack spot that I found on this car that's like viable from the front. Kind of sketchy too. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's been working, so.
Gotta love inclines.
I think everything will be all right.
Feel like Michael Jackson yet?
You know how to do some wiring, right? So yeah, I'm kind of trying to guess where most of these bolts go. Pretty sure you go right here.
Remember, label things, kids.
Yeah. It's always fun working under here. For us hat guys, it's the worst too. Whee! Yeah, I believe that's all the bolts are around here.
I really only heard just the...
Get all the old crap off of here. There's little things to do so you can see if your main seals are still leaking. Clean all the old grime off. That way when the new grime comes, you'll know. Oh shit, I gotta take those off. We'll return in a moment.
Ah, that's an interesting way to do that.
Much easier than sitting there going back and forth with a freaking ratchet. Bye, David.
Bye, David. It's a wild cat.
So we got the motor bolted to the transmission. Everything is looking good. Now we're gonna bleed the clutch. Well, I still have all the room to work. Make sure that that's good, because if there's any problem with the throwout bearing or there's any problem with clutch engagement, I gotta take the motor back out. So we're gonna get to work on that right now, and then just a little bit of simple wiring, and then some stupid cross member brace that I have no idea how it sets up, but I might end up having to take the intake manifold off again to get everything back there all straight, but we'll see. I still got a lot of room to work, so I want to get the tedious stuff out of the way before I start putting like the intake and everything back on, because then it just kind of eliminates space and I can't get the finer shit done. So we're gonna get that done and we'll be right back. I don't know if I have any brake fluid, to be honest. We have now reached the part of the day where I need to go get materials. We're at a little bit of a standstill. I don't want to go too much farther without bleeding the clutch. Just in case I need to pull things back apart, it'll be much easier to do if the whole motor is not wired and set up. So we're probably going to call it a day today. Come get back to work once I get some more materials. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Trey. I really appreciate all that they've done for me so far. We'll be right back onto working on this probably tomorrow. Get some more footage for you guys. All we really got to do is, after the clutch is bled, install the starter, fix some wiring on a oil pressure sensor on the back, get a couple new sensors, put the distributor back on, hook the ignition, all the ignition components up, do the fuel, and it should be all ready to go. Then the only other thing that I want to do before I put it back on the road is just address this poor filming. Yeah, I'm sure it's happened to other Honda people out there. I've seen that on other Hondas, but manual. Oh no, those are electric windows. Huh, shitty window regulator, I suppose. But we got a lot done. I still got a whole table full of components: the brand new radiator, the brand new slave cylinder, the brand new clutch. I need to find myself a new exhaust manifold. A little bit of cracking here that I noticed, and then of course, I mean, that cat's probably a million years old, so it'd be nice to throw a new one in there. Eventually upgrade an alternator because that one's getting old. Gonna get an oil change in, gonna get a new motor mount for the lower, and then it should be ready to do some burnouts. Some good old stock Civic burnouts. How do you guys feel about that? Smoke may not be a thing, but I will promise my best. It's really fun in the wet, but other than that, it's, you know, a Honda. Didn't get a chance to get the stealth washed. Maybe I will do that tomorrow. Do a little time lapse for Instagram. This thing looks wild, all clean. You guys think it's red now. You wait. That thing gets red as hell. Ah! Soon we'll be getting back to this as well. I just gotta find some parts. There's some bars that I want to put on it because I'm not a big fan of those ones. I don't like how they feel driving at all. Rebuild the motor on this. Some new brake lines because they were leaking. The rear brake didn't even work. I'd like to address the clutch issue that it has because the clutch engagement is a little off. It sticks. I don't know anything about motorcycle drivetrains, but we're gonna figure it out one way or another. It should be pretty fun. But on all, getting late. Had a super productive day. Like I said, we're calling it quits here. Thank you for anybody who watched this video. If you guys like it, give it me a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'd also like to thank Odysseyology and Marcy one more time for all the help that we've gotten. Trey for helping filming and just being here helping out. It's really hard to do on your own when you're putting a motor in, so it's super nice to have an extra set of hands, and they were nice enough to come out here and give me a hand. So another thanks to them and another thanks to you. I'll see you guys next time.